Hello, beautiful souls. So, right before, like literally a minute before I'm getting on, um, there's this AT&T guy here, and he needs to check like our terminal. So I had to like put all the dogs in Jimbo's room because they're freaking out. That's why Mandy's not here. I'm sure she'll come barreling through. But anyway, if you hear some barking, that is why. I just came on to do some energy check-ins. I know that I've been looking at some of the comments. Hi, Pacificate, Amy Gill. I've been looking at some of the comments, and I know people are going through a lot of heavy energies right now. Hi, Amy. Hope Destiny's doing well. Hi, Amy Gill. So I wanted to get on and sort of give you another collective check-in.
Why is this open?
Because I've been sitting out there.
Oh.
Um, so I wanted to come on and give you guys another check-in. It's going to be a little bit, sorry, if you're just jumping on, we just had some stuff go on right before I was going live. Somebody's having issues with their AT&T. Thank goodness not me, because it's my livelihood. It's my livelihood. Anyway, so Mercury retrograde, y'all. Things just, you know how it is. So I want to get on and just give you guys, some clarification on where you're at in your energies. For those of you who, just, I guess, sort of expanding on what we've already been talking about. There's two different vibrations I'm getting from the soul tribe right now. I'm getting some really heavy energies, this never-ending story closing out. And it's sort of a feeling like it's a cycle change. It's a cycle change. And you're sort of on the tip. Like, again, you can't quite put your finger on this energy shift, right? And I'm feeling that for both groups, okay? And then I'm feeling another group, this like happy feeling, right? This happy feeling like you're on the right track. You can't quite see how things are going to pan out, but you're feeling amazing. You're feeling like you are in flow, okay? For those of you in this never-ending story, please do not despair. Please do not worry. This is not a bad thing. It's just simply you're wrapping up this end of a cycle, okay? And a lot of awareness is going to be required right now from you. Awareness on your thoughts, right? On your feelings, these indicators right here, so that you don't keep continuing this cycle, which may have shown itself in different ways, but I think that you've repeated it many times, right? They're ready for a new cycle. This old world order that everyone keeps talking of being destroyed. You can see daily evidence of this in the news. It's also going on within you on a micro level, right? On a micro level, because there's an old world story within you, and they're ready to get going on this. Tracy's sister, hello. You need to send me more of your artwork. I love sharing that with the channel. And I actually, that one that you did, I'd love to get your permission to use that on my background on YouTube, because it's just so pretty and the colors go with the way I've been feeling this year. Okay. So, the way this works, if you're new to the channel, which I feel like most of the people here right now are soul tribe, so you guys know how it works. There's going to be a card. Gives you a twirl in the belly, right? A twirl in the belly. A lump in your throat. Pay special attention there. But it is likely that these cards will all tell a story for you. Okay? Everybody take a big old deep belly breath. Where's my dingy thing? Where's my dingy thing? Well, I'm not seeing it. I must have put it somewhere weird. I don't know. But, you know what? Well, that won't work either. Man, what'd I do with it? Well, it's technically Kyle's dingy thing. He might have taken it with him where he was going. But I used it yesterday, and he wasn't here all day yesterday. Will this work? No. Well, we're going to have to do the energy shift through our belly. So, big old deep belly breath. Up your spine, out your crown chakra, releasing all expectations of this reading so that they can blow your mind. Calling in all guides of the light. Pass on loved ones of the light, ascended masters and angels to come in with your messages for our beautiful soul tribe who are trying to see through it, who are trying to get some messages, some confirmation, some validation on their path. This is going to need a bit more of a shake-up. I'm finishing up fire today. I did air yesterday. Amazing readings for air. If you have air in your chart, go look at it. It was they were awesome. All three of them. They were amazing. And then today I'll be doing fire signs. And then I will get going. And this is for Spirit Says. The specialty readings of the month are Spirit Says. And then after that, I'm going to be starting the November readings. Libra was so on point. Oh, what a great reading, right? They were all three of them were just so intense last night. Gosh, I did those readings and then I went and took a bath and I went to bed at like 4 o'clock, woke up at midnight. They just completely, I wouldn't say drained me. It was good drained, so much energy though. I can't find my chapstick. You just reminded me I need to use mine. That's so funny. My lips have been so chapped. It is so dry in North Texas, y'all. That make you jealous? No. Oh, yes. The Libra reading was amazing. Overall card for the Soul Tribe. Overall card for the Soul Tribe. Soul retrieval. That's what's going on. Many of you are, they are wanting you to understand. We've spoken on this before, but you have, for a lot of you, pieces of your soul that are still with another. Okay, this may be old friendships, this may be old lovers, this may be old relationships in general. And for some of you, it's time to call those pieces back home. Okay, and as you do so, give back the pieces you may be holding within you that is theirs. Okay, give back their pieces and ask for yours back. Calling back pieces of your soul. Okay, soul retrieval. It's a very beautiful card. It's also got a butterfly on it. Speaking very much of transformation, right? And this always reminds me of how much you are each a unique fraction of light in this universe. Okay, you're each a unique fraction of life in this universe. Universe, not country, not world, universe. You are a unique fraction of light. We are all rooted within Source. We are all rooted within Gaia, within Sophia. However, if you truly want to manifest your wildest desires and dreams, it starts with living in an authentic presence within the fraction of light that you emanate best. When you do that, you even visibly look more beautiful. People are drawn to your light like a moth to a flame, right? Because your authentic light, believe it or not, I promise you this is truth. Your authentic light, no matter what that looks like, heals people. It may trigger people, but it still heals them, right? People want everyone to like them, so they act in a way that they think sometimes that will help people to see them more easily. Now, it's okay to chameleonize yourself to adapt to situations short term, but whenever you are shining, truly authentically shining, and I'm not, when I say shine at your authentic light, that doesn't mean you got to tell everybody what you're thinking all the time. Do so whenever spirit nudges you to speak, right? I also understand that many of you are in a professional environment where there is a certain way that you need to act. You can't just say everything coming out of your mouth, but you can still be authentic. If you can't say truth, then don't say anything at all. Who says that you always have to be saying something? Who says you always have to be adding input all the time? Right? I don't know who that was for out there. You'll know. You'll know. I want to read just a little bit of soul retrieval, then we'll get to the pick a card. And you can pick whatever card is really drawing to you. But like I said, it's likely they're going to tell an overall story for you and however you're resonating with that, right? This hole is too tiny and it takes forever for it to come out and then it drips down my chin. So it's probably going to happen. Okay. Soul retrieval, which is 49. Also 13, also 4. This is the year of 4. Okay. I know this year has been hard, you guys, for a lot of people. But it's really just beginning. The uncovering. This is not about things tearing. These times are not meant to it's not like we're heading in the wrong direction. I know it looks scary right now in the world, but it's a process of the uncovering. They're saying the revelation, the lifting of the veil. Okay. The veil was there to protect us for a while so that we could grow individually as a unit, as a whole, and discover ourselves slowly. Well, now that veil is being used to harm the masses. So the veil is being lifted. The veil is being lifted so that we can start questioning things that need to be questioned. I've had a lot of interesting premonitions that have come through. And it's not that, just don't be scared. Don't be scared. The fear that people are feeling about the direction that the world is going in right now is not good for the energy of the consciousness lift, right? Of Gaia lifting. So whenever you feel that fear, just know things are moving in the right direction. Things are getting uncovered. The old world order is dying for the new to be born. And for that to happen, there has to be chaos and conflict. There has to be the tearing down of things that no longer serve us on an individual level and the world as a whole. Okay? Big work going on. Big work going on. And we're coming to Halloween, Samhain, the natural ending of the year. Okay? So November 1st is going to be like the way that Gaia kind of feels her new year is. Okay? So try to live cyclically with that, really putting some stuff away right now, moving into winter, allowing yourself to completely like regenerate so that you can grow big and tall and strong and shed the things that you no longer need. A good rest will be needed. Okay. The essence here for the soul tribe, this is for all of us, okay? Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we will learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. The invitation for you, you are no longer fragmented, darling. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Many of you have done so much healing, don't dwell on it. This is so true. Next word, really, it's true. Exclamation mark. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. Right? Right? Don't keep cycling back around to the screw ups of your past, the things that went wrong of your past, the wounds that you have already healed. Don't keep living in them. It's like picking at a scab, right? Don't keep living in them. Here we go. And I cried a lot last night, so I'm really dehydrated. And then I took a hot bath and I didn't drink enough water. Okay, all will be well. Too many. Guides, Spirit, for the soul tribe, for the soul tribe, speak. Ooh, the Time Master. Who follows wrestling around? I think this looks like him. The Time Master. Does anybody follow wrestling around? If you don't, you must. I think this looks like him. Oh, there's another card behind it. We're going to keep these two together. The Time Master and the Hummingbird. The Time Master and the Hummingbird. Yes, his Merlin video was awesome. Doesn't that kind of look like it? His shaman self. And notice the limbless skip below his neck. Time, eternal. There is no end. Just in this 3D plane, is there an end to time? Is there a finite? You know, this is where time exists. Time does not exist where your soul comes from or where it is headed. Right? So the Hummingbird and the Time Master, those are going to be together. Can I get another one? We're going to pull these and then we'll do some clarifications. Flow and water. Never do two come out. Like these are coming out very different than normal if you follow my channel. So Time Master and the Hummingbird. 57 and 26. And then flow and water. Wow. Flow and water. We're going to take these two groups and that's all we will be pulling. So the Hummingbird and the Time Master are going to go together. I'm going to read a little bit of these and see if you're resonating. Notice that the colors all kind of flow too. Flow and water. Okay. So which ones, you know, see where you're feeling a draw. See where you get that twirl in the belly, a clench in your heart, a lump in your throat, right? Negative or positive, what is speaking to you? What is speaking to you? So is it these two? Or is it these two? Try to do it before I read the descriptions. You're going to get something from each of them. Notice that the flow and the water, look how she's creating magic with the flow. You have this ability. Someone out there, it's opening up this flow. You have this ability. I'm going to pull one wisdom oracle for each. For the Hummingbird and the Time Master. And then we'll read a little bit. For the Hummingbird and the Time Master. Ooh, I felt something. For the Hummingbird and the Time Master, poised. Poised. Poised for greatness. Poised for this new path that's about to be opening up for you. For flow and water. For Flow and water. Wow. Wow. 2 came out. Here and now. Living in the here and now, right? Okay, so your past, it's already happened. Again, coming back to that time, past has already happened. Future doesn't exist yet. Right now, right here, right now, you sitting here with me right now is all that exists. Are you making the best of it? Here and now, living in the moment. And message in a bottle. Message in a bottle, 15. Something coming for you. There is something coming for you when you step into this flow. When you step into the here and now of this flow, right? Okay. What does it say for the hummingbird? Can't really remember that one. We haven't used this deck in a minute. The hummingbird. 26. I need a pillow under my butt. Feet are falling asleep. Okay. There we go. This light's making me look kind of yellow. I don't know. I have it on a weird setting, I think. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. That looks better. That's more normal. Okay, 26, the hummingbird. Okay. Things are weird today. Mercury retrograde, y'all. I'm a Virgo. For my Geminis, my Virgos out there, it can be a bit more intense. I know. Okay. The essence of this reading. Let me see if I can scoot back a little bit. Okay. The essence of this reading. I'm sorry, not the essence. Let's read the invitation. The hummingbird. The buzzing that you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings, preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time, time master. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Are you poised for action? Are you poised for this bold action? Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. Know that all will be well because all is in the small. All is in the small. Awesome. The hummingbird. Okay, so what is Time Master 37? Time Master 37. We're going to call it this one Russell. Well, thought I had it. Oh, it's 57. The essence here, time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in a straight line from past to future. How funny. From past to future. Time moves in a pattern, fractals, sometimes turning like a wheel and others moving as a straight arrow. When the Time Master visits you, here's the invitation. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from the limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? Moving beyond the point A to point B. I know that it seems like that because the life you live is most well defined by birth and death, which feels like a linear line, but it is not. It is not. Death is waking back up. Birth is going to sleep, right? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you are able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. I'm going to say that again. You can find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you are able to influence the past, thus changing present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power. So let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the time master, and anything is possible now. Anything is possible. So extremely positive here. Extremely positive here. They're wanting you to step into your power, stop living linearly, and realize that the best things come in the smallest packages. Those hummingbird wings, you know, they say with a hummingbird's weight, they shouldn't even be able to fly, but they do. They do. Their wings move so quickly, and they do. And then being poised for greatness, right? Being poised for greatness, being poised for adventure. Many of you want this this newness in your life. Are you poised for it? Are you ready for it? Is your bag packed? Is your bag packed, right? The Hierophant. Notice up here, it's like the staircase to heaven, right? Something else that he's connected to. So funny. All of these cards are looking like readers on YouTube. This one looks like Eat, Read, Love. What's his name? I can't remember his name. If you watch Eat, Read, Love Tarot, I can't remember his name, but that's who that looks like. Sal. Sal. Anyway, so if you notice all the staircase going up and all of the energies, I can't help but see, like, many of you have teachers out there who are unlocking your DNA. Step into the advice that is being given to you. You're getting some very good advice. And I feel like some of you are thinking, well, this is a general reading. It's probably not for me. You don't take it as seriously. There may be some very good advice, some magic, some downloads that you may be receiving, right, from people. But aside from that, I want to say for a few of you out there, if you've been researching parallel lives, you're on the right track, whoever you are out there. There's something for you there. I'm feeling strongly parallel lifetimes showing up, parallel universes, parallel dimensions are all sort of right now, because Gaia's energy is lifting and the veil is lifting, people are seeing almost parallel energies, parallel dimensions and universes through the reality. You know, there's this one place that me and Kyle grew up in this neighborhood and in this city. It's a very small town, and we grew up here whenever it was nothing. It was like a blip on the map, a one stoplight town, and we have been all over this neighborhood. When we were kids, we rode our bikes everywhere. We were at the creek, we were at the lake, we were at the bluff. We were outside kids, come home when the street lights are on, you know what I mean? So we have been all over this town. And there's this one spot that we have walked by probably hundreds, if not thousands of times. And he said to me, not too long ago, like a couple months ago, he said, have you ever seen that strange old house back there? And we're talking like centuries old. It should be a historic landmark if it's not. But there's a really old house there that, you guys, this thing was built. It's abandoned, but it's got like this thing around it to protect it now. Like, and that's new. But how did we never see this house before? How did we never see this house before? And we've walked by that same spot a million times. And all of a sudden, this house that was built in the early part of the 19th century or of the 20th century, all of a sudden, this house is there that neither of us have ever seen before. Those kind of things are happening. A woman told me a story. Here's another story. A woman told a story. I think that I saw this on Gaia. And she does these retreats every year in the same place. And she said that they take the same hike every year. And they do this for 2 weeks. And every day of the 2 weeks they're there, they take the same hikes. Well, they saw these enormous boulders one day. And they had been going there for years, like 10 years, every year. And every day they would take the same hike. And all of a sudden there's these enormous, like, hundreds of tons of boulders, like giant. There's no way they could have just showed up. And she said one day they were just there, and she looked at her friend and she said, "How? Where did those come from?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing them." And there's no way you could have missed them. There is no way you could have missed them. Well, then a couple of years later, they went back about 2 years later, and they saw him the next time. And every time she passed him, she would make a big show of saying, like giving him honor and saying, "Hi, Boulder." She felt like there was something special about him. She felt like an energy from it, and a healing from it, and this power that came out of him. And so she'd make this big show saying, "Hello, boulders, I honor you," just making, giving them attention and saying, I see you, recognizing them. I see you. Well, about 2 years later, 2 to 3 years later, I can't remember exactly how long, they went back for another retreat and they walked through and the boulders were gone. Just gone. There was no, like, there would have been a marking left if somebody had gone in and removed them. There were no downed trees. There was no marks where they used to be. There was nothing. There was nothing. Everything seemed like they had never been there. There's strange things going on like that, glitches you could call them, but I don't think it's necessarily glitches. I think it's on purpose. And for those of you who are living in the here and now, you're going to see that more and more. Okay. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds a little wackadoodle, but trust me, believe in the magic, and the magic is there. And you can truly get power from these objects that may be showing themselves to you from a different universe, a different parallel place in time. Okay, so there's a reason for them to show that to you. Draw power from those objects. Okay. Okay, let's see. What else for the hummingbird and the time master? The hummingbird and the time master. The lovers. For many of you who have been waiting for your soulmate, twin flame, a relationship that is truly authentic, this is coming after you really fall in love with yourself. Okay. And I feel like this is happening for someone out there. Like, you're in this place where it's like, for a long time, I'm feeling like for some of you out there, it's like you always felt like you should be in a relationship, or you need to be in a relationship, or you just always were in a relationship. And it's like you've been single for a minute, and you are falling in love with yourself. You're falling in love with spirit. And it's sort of like that thing when they say, right when you don't need it anymore, right? There they come, right? They can't see you the way that you are meant to be seen unless you are being authentic. When you are shining at your authentic fraction of light, you draw your people in. You draw your soul tribe. This is also about drawing your soul tribe in, people that get you, people who you share pieces of your soul with, right? People who you share pieces of your soul with. The lovers is also about a choice. For many of you out there who are in a happy, healthy relationship, for this, I'm feeling falling in love with not only yourself, but with spirit, with your higher self, right? That completeness that you might have looked outside of yourself for a long time for is going to be whole within you, because you now shine at your fraction of light. Which means whenever you are displaying toxic behaviors, which we all do, that doesn't make you a toxic person, but we all have moments when we display toxic behaviors. I do. And when you are more in line and in tune with yourself, then you can call yourself on it. And that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling to be able to say, "Dang, Val, that was toxic." And to be able to recognize it and laugh at yourself, for you are a tiny human and you are meant to make mistakes here. It is okay to mess up. It's more than okay to mess up. It is expected and encouraged. What they want is for you to be more lighthearted about it. Don't beat yourself up about it, right? Even in the times of your past, go look back on your past. Man, y'all, I used to be toxic. I used to be a toxic person. Me. I did. I used to be highly toxic, especially like going through my dark night of the soul. I didn't know what was going on. So I just like, I went into drinking. I was blacking out. This is like in my late 20s and early 30s. Like it really got heavy and bad in my early 30s, probably around 33 years old. And I went through this toxic stage for like 2 years. That I hurt people around me. I did things that I was ashamed of and that stayed with me for another 2 to 3 years, right? So I could forgive myself. Um, I was narcissistic. I was not a good person. I was not a good person. Um, I wasn't a bad person. I never set out to hurt anybody. Please don't. I mean, I never did. But I had all this pain. I never grieved over my sister or my father or all of the people I lost when I was in the military. And whenever I got out, it was like, I don't know, the military had my back all that time. And when you get out, they basically kick you to the curb. And it's like, I wasn't used to having no one. The military is a culture, and I didn't understand the civilian world. And I had all this grief coming up to the top that I never let myself deal with. I always jumped on another deployment. I was always busy with work. And then all of a sudden, all that grief started coming up, and I couldn't handle it. So I started drinking. I was doing drugs. I was out of my mind, you guys. I was truly like out of my mind. I lost friends. Me and my mother had a lot of struggle. Of course, she stayed there for me, but she had to pull back because she couldn't help me until I was ready to see what I was doing and help myself, right? So if you've been through all of that, realize what you've been through, right? Don't only forgive yourself, but realize all of this stuff, all of these are a battle, right? And I had kind of done this. I had used all my battles to build a fence around myself. I usually see this as a very positive card, but right now I'm wanting to say, be careful with that, okay? Be careful with that. You could look at her and say, she almost has a chip on her shoulder, right? Like, nobody's had it as hard as me. That's how I felt back then. Now I completely see everything differently. But whenever you realize what you've been through and how much it's helped you to grow and how much you've built from it, then you're going to be able to get the true abundance out of that situation, right? Out of that situation. And able to walk away from the situations that really aren't serving you, that really are not serving you, keeping you tossing around in the water, this darkness consistently hovering over you. It's time for that life that you want, not the life. Oh, this is funny. Yeah, for some of you out there, this is showing me, yeah, you've been through an incredible amount, and you have walked away from these crazy, 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 toxic situations. Even it's like I'm hearing like situations that made you toxic sometimes, like you catch yourself, saying something toxic or doing something that was not in your best interest. People and situations, jobs that were leaving you feeling weak, right? When you are actually strong, And they're saying that now you've done that, it's like now what to pick. This woman right here, I love this connotation of the Three of Wands, because she's looking out. First of all, she's standing between twin flames, like it's like a signal fire, kind of like she's waiting for the right wave. We notice she's ready for it. She can't wait, right? This is about waiting for your ships to come in. However, she's saying, I'm not taking any old thing anymore. I'm not putting myself through that again. I'm not taking any old thing anymore. I'm waiting for the perfect wave, right? I know now because I've been through all of this that has taught me what to look for, the indicators not only in other people and other situations, but in myself. right? Whenever people trigger you a certain way, where's that growth that you need to be doing? She's waiting for the perfect wave. Now, this can be friendships, soul tribes, situations, jobs, and love, right? What are you waiting for? And are you jumping on something just because it's presenting itself? Just because it's giving you a little attention? Just because you you're sick of your old job and you want a new one, but you don't really do the research, right? Are you jumping on something without really looking at the indicators and the red flags and all of it and saying, is this worth my time and effort? Is this something that is going to help expand my path, right? Expand my path. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's move over to water and flow. Flow is lower. So we'll read flow first and then water. This is a weird one, but it's good. Shake things up a little, right? 20, flow. 20, flow. Okay, flow. When flow comes to visit, for all my ladies out there, you'll probably get that. I always say whenever I'm starting my period, Aunt Flo came to visit. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. It's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. I mean, really, are they trying to make us think of period? Run its course. You are being called to the effortless movements and the path of least resistance. It is like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. Knowing that the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. Water, 61. Next to last card. Water, 61. These came out together. If one of them speaking to you more than the other, take from that one. But I'm going to read them, clarify them together because that's what I'm feeling here. When water arrives, you are invited to watch your emotions. Know that they are going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it rises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. How crazy. These two go together so perfectly. The natural flow is here. Go with it. I'm also seeing these very much in another way, like almost as divine masculine and divine feminine, right? Doesn't this very much look like, Father Time and Mother Earth? These are both within you. These are both within you and can both be healed, right? Can both be healed. So this is about flow, and I love it that it comes with here and now and message in a bottle. The best way to truly flow with the universe is to be fully present in the here and now. To be fully present in the here and now. Okay, let's read a little bit of this. I wasn't ready yet. Okay, for flow, spirit, for flow and water. For flow and water. And I really feel like a lot of this year has been here to teach us about the flow of the universe, the eternal limniscate that is ever going on, the ups and downs. When you step into that flow, you're able to really work magic with the universe, right? The world. Flow. Flow. This is, look at her standing within the snake, eating its own tail, connected to all of the energy. She, you can see clearly, has learned to flow. She has learned to flow with the ups and the downs. For many of you, this 2020 is very much going to be about learning to attain this. And this is the card of 21. So maybe 2021 for most of you is going to be about balancing in this flow and saying, I understand that yes, there will be ups and downs, but it is all for my best interest. It is all for the greater good, right? You can do this. Understand that time is not linear. Time is not linear. Time only has an illusion of appearing linear in this lifetime. Wow. The Fool. The Fool. Are you ready to take risks? Now that you've achieved this, right? Now that you've achieved this is a beautiful way to be within yourself. When you can achieve this and truly trust the universe, truly flow with the universe, then you're able to take risks without fear because you know, look at that. Universe has got your back. Look at that. In both of these cards, we can see the energy work. She is working and flowing with the energy. She is falling back and universe has got her back. Universe is saying, yes, flow. Go ahead. Take that risk. Leave the darkness. Leave it. She's falling away from the darkness, right? Falling away from the darkness. This is the last card of the tarot, the last major arcana, and this is the first 0. That circle again. Many of you are stepping into this flow. You're going to be receiving more downloads because your channel is pure intentioned and ready to receive. Absolutely ready to receive. Next out, then you get abundance. Then you get abundance. Ace of Pentacles. This is God handing you a brand new opportunity, one that will be extremely abundant. In whichever way you're needing it, understand, in whichever way you are needing it. Is it financial abundance that you are in need of? Is it spiritual abundance that you're in need of? Having that feeling of your cup overfloweth, right? Is it in love? However you're needing it, this pentacle will bring it to you, and it has stable roots of long lasting because you have completed a major cycle. Understand this and stop kicking yourself. Stop hanging on to things of the past that you've already healed. They are saying, and I said this the other day during the live, there's a curious energy coming through, like I can't put my finger on it. And you may be feeling that too. If you are feeling like that, if you're feeling like, oh, I can't quite put my finger on this, it's mysterious, it's weird. If you're feeling that, that means you have healed something and not yet reaped the rewards of it. You have healed it, but why is it still sitting within you, right? It is time to fully let it go and realize that as you've healed that, you are a new person. You are a different person today than you were 10 years ago, than you were 5 years ago, than you were 15. You are a different person, for you have shed much of your ego. You have shed preconceived notions that you saw through that illusion, that lie, right? And as your perception changes, it changes you. You become lighter, don't you? You become more graceful within this life. You move with this woman right here. She moves with grace within this life. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the gifts they are about? Look how she's looking up, ready for that download that's coming down straight from Spirit. It is meant, and it is yours. It is your divine right. So take your gift and start this new life. Start this new journey, the Fool's journey, with new blessings, new gifts bestowed upon you, new passion, and yeah, new challenges. But this is on a different level. These challenges aren't going to be the tower moments before that you had that were trying to wake you up, because now you're already woke. Now these challenges are going to come in ways that you are excited to dive into because you know that they are fostering growth within you. They are fostering shedding of the old. And when you know that, it's not a painful growth anymore. It's not a painful challenge. You step into it like, yes, thank you. I love growing. Right? Right? Got a Charlie horse for a second. I had to put my leg out. Anything else, please, for flow? What positive cards? All of these cards are very positive. What positive cards? Anything else for flow, please? Can I get advice on how to step into this for those who are having difficulty? For those of you who are having difficulty, here's some advice for stepping into the flow if you're having some difficulty. Okay? First thing is, I notice that I like how the water is flowing through right here, right? He has a lot of different options and he can't choose. Do you even know what you want? Do you even know? If you don't, that's okay. But it's time to find out, don't you think? Because if you don't know what you want, then you're not being fully authentic and you're not speaking your truth. Right? Do you know what you want? Are you just jumping into the next thing, the next thing? Are you looking around with uncertainty, not knowing which path to take? So go. What if you fall down? What if you fall down? They got you. But you must act. Right? And, where's the other one? The Queen of Swords. Now this woman right here, you can look at her and say, she don't take no BS. She knows where she's going. And she knows how to flow. She is Queen of Air. She knows how to flow with the energies. And she is honest. They're saying, if you want to know how to flow, start with getting real. Start with getting authentic with yourself. Are you being honest with yourself about what you want? Or are you living a life that preconceived notions and the world has told you you should want? That your parents have told you you should want or you should be? Teachers, society, culture. What do you want? Do you know? And if not, it's okay. But it's time to find out. It's time to cut through the BS. And get your samurai sword and start on your path. It's like she's thinking, what do I want? What do I want? Don't overthink it. And step into this. Look at the magic she feels. Look at her authenticity. Then they will bring you, Page of Wands, then they will bring you this feeling of feeling like a kid again. Dancing with the energy of the universe. Look at this joy that's available to you. Figure out what you want. Start living at your most authentic self. Speak your truth, not only to those around you, but most especially be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And that will take you down a road where there is no turning back. That will take you on a flight with new energy, on a new path that you truly cannot even conceive of. That you truly cannot even conceive of. And there is truly no turning back, not that you would want to. Okay? Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful. Thank you for being here with me today. Stay above the negative. Keep recentering yourself. Turn a cheek. Turn the other cheek when people start getting all cray-cray. Okay? Sometimes you got to turn the other cheek to the news, right? Can't even watch that stuff no more. It gets in your head. Bottom of the deck. For everybody, the universe wants you to know you are given the universe as much magic as it's giving back to you. As you give in that magic, it's coming right back to you, filling you up. Okay? Become a part of it. Co-create with the universe. They are ready to blow your mind. Be a part of this. my favorite card in this deck. Isn't that an awesome card? I mean, I can't think of a better way to show the Magician. You're welcome, Amity of Avalon Acres. Cheryl, I love you. Have a beautiful day. What do they say, you guys? They say, don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words. No, don't be nervous. You can do this. You've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. I love you, my soul tribe. Catch you on the flip side. Like and subscribe.